The Fiji Bollinger Band Alert Indicator, which is offered for various platforms on the TradingFinder site, can be downloaded from this section for MetaTrader 4 and MetaTrader 5 platforms and executed on the chart. Additionally, traders can read this page to understand how the indicator works and functions. From the Navigator section, we select the indicator file and execute the indicator by dragging the file onto the chart. By placing the indicator on the chart, a channel is displayed that is similar to the Bollinger Band indicator. When the price moves out of the Fiji bands and then returns to the band range, the indicator issues alerts for us that can be used as buy and sell signals. To display sell signals, from the settings section, in the color part, we can change the third mode to the desired color, and we can view the sell signals in this section. When the price exits the lower band and returns to the upper band, buy signals are issued for us, and we can set our target and profit-taking goal at the upper band. And when the price hits the upper band and moves downward, sell signals are issued for us, and we can set our profit-taking goal at the lower band. In the settings section, under Inputs, there are options available for us. In the first part, we can adjust the period of the bands. The higher the period, the smoother and more spaced out the lines will appear. In the next section, the more we increase the deviation, the further the channel bands will distance themselves from the channel's midline. In the next section, we can determine the moving average method, where we can choose from 4 modes: simple, exponential, smoothed, and linear weighted. In the calculations of this indicator, the moving average is performed within its own calculations, and we can change the method to our desired one from this section. In the next section, we can also determine the type of price calculation for the moving average, which is set to close price by default. We can set it to open price, pop, high price, low price, and other options from here. In the next section, we can choose the moving average shift, which is set to 0 by default. In the following section, there is the back setting, which is set to 1 by default. By setting the value, it issues the signal relative to the previous candle for us. For a buy signal, it checks relative to the number of candles we entered in the input section, and if the candle is greater and positioned above the previous candle, it issues a buy signal for us. If we increase the number of candles, for example, set it to 5 candles, it calculates relative to the previous 5 candles. And if the opening price and the size of the candle are greater than its previous 5 candles, a signal is issued for us. For a sell signal, it is the opposite of this situation, and it compares to the previous candle. If the current candle's value is less than the previous candle, it issues a signal for us. In the next section is the alert option, where we can enable or disable the alert sending status. We can enable or disable the sound alert sending status. In this section, we can select the sound alert files for the buy signal and the sound alert files for the sell signal. And in the next section, we can enable or disable the alert sending status to the mailbox, which is disabled by default here. If we set this option to true and enable it, we must have configured the email settings from the Tools section under Options. In the next section, there is the signal bar, which is set to the number 1 by default here. The signal bar setting is for sending alerts, meaning that a signal has been issued for us on this candle, and it waits for one candle. With the closing of this candle, the signal is issued for us on the next candle, and our alert is sent. If we increase the number of candles, for example, set it to 5 candles, it will wait for 5 candles, meaning 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And on the 6th candle, it will issue the alert for us. And in the last section, there is the look back, which is the number of candles used for identification and calculation. On the chart, which is set to 1000 candles as by default. Here you can see that it has calculated and displayed 1000 candles for us. To display more values for us, we can increase or decrease the amount from the settings section. Well, friends, we have reached the end of this indicator tutorial. We would be happy if you share your comments and suggestions with us in the comments section.